It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, Micro Mike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch Micro Mike on YouTube.
Kerryon Johnson Jr. here, aka Megatron. Big shout out to Micro Mike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Mr. Micro Mike, and today we're going to talk about players who are trending up and players who are trending down in regards to our beloved Detroit Lions training camp players. Before we get into the video, if you not hit that like button, please smash it, destroy it, Hulk bust it. It helps me bring my video out via YouTube algorithm. The more I get, the more chances that people get to see my video. That would be greatly appreciated. Why is it important to talk about players who are trending up and trending down? It's simple, folks. We want to see these players that are good on the roster, the 55-man roster, and players that are doing well and exceeding in training camp is very, very important to help our roster out, not just starters, but also depth as well. Why is it important to talk about players trending down? The opposite. We don't want to see it happen. We want to have the best men on the team, and if they're not doing it in training camp, there's a chance that they're not going to do well in the regular season, and we cannot afford to have players not doing well for our Detroit Lions. So let's get into it. The first player that is trending up for our beloved Detroit Lions is cornerback Tony McRae. Players that are trending up in training camp, it starts nothing less than Marvin Jones Jr. He is having a fantastic camp, catching every ball that comes his way, dominating the defense, and being an elite threat for Matthew Stafford. For our team to go to the next level, Marvin Jones Jr. needs to go to the next level and stay on the field. He's having a great camp. It is awesome to hear. I'm absolutely ecstatic to hear that this man is just destroying the defense, even though we don't want our defense to suck, but it means that our wide receiver Marvin Jones Jr. is doing a great job. He's catching everything. He's doing it all. Huge shout out to Marvin Jones Jr. Player that is trending down is none other than defensive end Austin Bryant, not for the lack of talent, but for the injuries. He continues to deal with the injuries. He continues to have issues with that. And if he can just stay healthy, he can be an impact. But when you're constantly not practicing due to injury, you're constantly having injury issues, it hurts your stock in regards to the Lions and doing well in camp. You have to get healthy. Hopefully he can change this, get healthy, and start trending upward and help our team out in 2020. A player trending up is none other than tight end TJ Hockenson. Yes, TJ Hockenson has been dominating in camp, hitting the red zone, getting the touchdowns, doing everything we want the 8th overall pick to do. It's very, very important that he continues to do this. We need this man to get touchdowns in camp. He's doing it. He is doing a great job in camp. He is exceeding expectations from even last year in training camp. That is great. You don't draft a guy with the 8th pick for him to not trend up. This will be a second year. If he stays healthy, he should be an absolute dominant force for our Detroit Lions. A player that is trending down is Walker, the safety. Hopefully this is just because TJ Hockenson is dominating and the wide receivers are dominating, but you're hearing he's getting beat in camp a little bit too much. Hopefully, again, that's just the case of our offense, but I can only tell you what we're hearing, and we're hearing that he's getting beat. I think it's a little more due to the fact that the offensive talent is just high, but nonetheless, he is not getting the dominating performance in camp that we would like him to see, so he is definitely trending down. Hopefully it's an anomaly. Hopefully it's just offensive weapons, but that is truly the case. Trending up, Jonah Jackson, the guard. He has been at the right guard position the whole time in camp. Looks like he has locked down the position. That is fantastic news for our Lions. He is doing well in the offensive line. It is hard for a rookie generally to start, and for him to start day one as a 3rd round pick, that is fantastic news. Huge shout out to Jonah Jackson. We drafted you for a reason. Hopefully continue to trend up. We need that offensive line solidified. The rookie is doing a great job right now. Shout out to him. Trending down, Kerryon Johnson. Why do you say Kerryon Johnson? He's still got that knee wrapped up with that brace. That's not good news. He's going against individuals such as DeAndre Swift and Bo Scarborough. He needs to stay on the field and get reps and continue to stay healthy. I do not like seeing that he has that brace on his knee and still seems to be having issues. Hopefully he can stay healthy and contribute, but when you constantly are injured, it hurts the chances. So simply from the health and the brace standpoint, he is trending down. The final player who is trending up for me and for our beloved Detroit Lions is none other than Frank the Tank Ragnow. Frank Ragnow, again, on the offensive line, has just been dominating, doing a fantastic job at the center position. He's looking to take that elite step, go to the Pro Bowl this year, maybe All-Pro. He's definitely looking like a fantastic guard right now in center for our Detroit Lions. He is dominating. He is pushing the pile. That is fantastic news. Huge shout out to Frank Ragnow. Continue it up. The sky is the limit for him. The sky is the limit for the offensive line if he continues to do this, and we can win football games. Great, great news. As you can see here with the selections that I did, a lot relates to injuries. Injuries seems to plague the Detroit Lions. It definitely did last year, and it looks like it's starting to have some effect on this year's training camp. Luckily, we haven't had a big name fall in regards to out of the season, but we're still seeing nagging injuries for some of these players. The Lions need to figure this out, and these players need to stay healthy. It is so important for our team to stay on the field because the best ability is availability. If Austin Bryant of the world, if he can stay healthy, he can be a difference maker as a linebacker / defensive end, what we need him to be. If Kerryon Johnson can just hold his knee up, he will be good in rotation with DeAndre Swift and Bo Scarborough, in my opinion. If Marvin Jones Jr. continued to stay healthy, he's been out a couple games last year, that will really help the performance of the offense. It really does come down to injuries. We had a lot last year, 20 on IR, Matthew Stafford, the whole defensive line. That is what we're seeing. Thankfully, one of the main players, such as Deshaun Hand, has been not hearing a whole lot of bad in regards to his injuries. Hopefully he can continue to stay healthy. It's good that we're not hearing his name in that matter, and same obviously with Matthew Stafford. Stay healthy. That's the name of this game. Health, health, health. Stay healthy. If these can stay healthy, these guys can stay healthy, we can have a good year. Hopefully we can continue to not have major injuries in camp. That is always the worry. It's on my mind. It's on everyone's mind. These guys need to stay healthy. I bite my tongue every day. I shake every day because I don't want to hear a big-time injury to one of our stars on the team. So keep your fingers crossed, knock on wood, and hopefully we can have trending ups in regards of lack of injury. With that said, folks, hit that like button if you haven't done so. Again, like I say, it really helps the algorithm. Smash it for me. Leave a comment. Who do you think is going up? Who do you think is going down? It may not be an individual I talked about. Let me know. Adios.